now Mini has tossed an entirely different power plant into the mix, a plug-in hybrid version called the Mini Cooper Countryman All-4, which, if we're frank, is a name nearly as bad, if not as amusing, as BMW individual M760Li X-Drive Model V12 Excellence the next 100 years. As you may recall, that was a real car that BMW actually sold, presumably with the sort of straight face that's diametrically opposed to the light-hearted meme the Bavarians try to project via their funky British brand. The BMW does manage to outperform the Mini on the skid pad, pulling 0.84 grams to this Countryman's 0.82. The Mini's steering is direct, accurate, and reasonably weighted, although we'd ask for more feel through the tiller. Occasionally, the steering seems eager to write checks. The poorly chassis is hesitant to cash, resulting in moderate understeer and some wallowy behavior during spirited driving. Where we felt the plug-in Countryman really fell down was under braking. Its 193-foot stop from 70 miles per hour was 17 feet farther than the non-hybrid S we recently tested. Worse is that the hybrid's pedal features a dead, empty bit of travel at the top, where there's no noticeable action, regenerative or mechanical, going on. Fundamentally, the electrified portion of the car feels like a hastily engineered afterthought, and perhaps the most miraculous things about the hybridization are that packaging the extra mechanicals raises the rear seat by only 1.2 inches, and while the new Countryman, as a whole, stands as a big step up over its predecessor, the plug-in version is a bit of a mishmash, despite the fact that Mini rates it as the second quickest Countryman in the stable after the racy John Cooper works. It's not as enjoyable to drive as the non-hybrid Cooper S model. Its generous level of standard equipment means that if you're not in need of the sharpest feeling big Mini in the shed, and local EV sales incentives work in your favor, it could be a way to save some money on a well-trimmed Countryman. Plug it in religiously and have the right use case, and you might save even more. But if the goal is just to throw roughly $40,000 at a small crossover that's a pleasure to drive, we'd point you toward the building that's very likely right next door to your local Mini store. In case you missed it, there's a blue and white roundel over the door.